Hey, welcome back to Still Nice CNC, and today we're gonna be using the G54 offset or G55 or G56, whatever work coordinate system or fixture system that you have with Mach4. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zero the machine. I'm gonna go in the computer and take off the 10 millimeters away from home or whatever the homing position or back off distance. Because that back off distance will calculate in the overall machine coordinate system. So stay tuned, let's get this going. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reference the home position. Let me show you machine coordinates first. It should change after it updates. So my machine coordinates is right now, because I'd never homed it, or I did, but I turned off the machine. But what we're gonna do is reference all, I dereference, now we're gonna reference home. All right, there we go. So Z is going to come up first. All right, so now what we're looking at is, this is from the last job. This is from this job that we did, but now you see that it's updated 0 and 0 on the X and Y. I'm not too worried about the Z because we're gonna be changing in and out tools. So that being said, we're at 0, 0. So now we're gonna go to, all right, so after homing the machine, I initially had everything set at 0. Now what I did was I took my 3D, I'm going to show you guys what this looks like. It looks just like that. Be very careful, do not drop this because it's actually very accurate. So what I did is I came down to the piece of wood down here and I just touched off and I made this my 0 point. Before I made it the 0 point, I recorded the X and Y DRO coordinates and I put that in the offset tab from homing or back off distance. So the back off distance for me was 133 millimeters by 21 millimeters. Sorry, I lied. Yeah, no, that's to this coordinates right here. So, all right, so I didn't lie, but I got a lot of math going on right now. So I pulled off 133 on the X, and 21.31 on the Y. So that gives me this point right here. And what we did next, or what we will do next, is do our G55 offset with this plank here. You can use a 1 2 3 block or whatever if it fits here. That way it's more accurate than this piece of wood, which we might do. So let's get to it. And let's put that coordinates in. All right, so I couldn't find my 1 2 3 block. So what we're gonna do now is use I put this in there way too tight. Use a aluminum piece like this, because this is actually very straight. Since this is a heavy block, what I'm doing is I'm just taking this 6 millimeter dowel pin and we're just going to move it close to the aluminum. And I'm going to go into 1% jog rate. On this here, I'm gonna go to tool offset, and we're gonna be working with the X minus and X plus, not this way. X minus and, X minus and Y minus, sorry. X minus and Y minus. All right, so from program run, you're gonna hit up the offset tab right here, and we're gonna go to G55. Make sure you have your tool diameter in right here, which is 6 millimeters for me. We're going to be using this corner here, not this way around. If you have your corner down here as a homing, you need to use this right here. So before we hit X minus, we got to get that pin as close as we can without pushing that aluminum out of the way. So what we're going to do is 1% jog rate. And just when it touches, I still see light coming in. There we go. So we're going to come over here, and as soon as we hit the set button, our X is going to change. So it's half of the diameter, remember that, -3. And now we're going to go down to the Y. Let's see if I can get you guys looking this way here. Oops, I hit the emergency stop. Hopefully that didn't kick out my G55 command. If so, we're gonna have to redo it. And I'm just gonna right there. All right, so coming back over here, we're gonna hit -Y. And you're gonna see two numbers like this pop up. So what we're gonna do now is bring up the Z axis. That way we're not gonna destroy our pin or our work tools or whatever. So jog rate, up to 40%, doesn't matter. What we're doing is we're just moving it up out of the way. Then we're gonna come through back over here and we're gonna hit G55 00, X0, Y0. So you guys see that there? I'm gonna hit the start cycle button and it should pop right up over the top. And how can we verify that? Well, let me put you back on a stand. Let me put you back on a stand. And we're gonna bring this down. I mean, you can probably see it there. I can't see it because I gotta stand over here. That will be your center. It's going down very slowly. But that's literally the center of the pin. So our G54 is already set to this location from this point. So if you want to set up a G56, a G57, let's say you have a different workplace here, a different one here, a different one over here. Say you're milling this side and you want to do a flip over, and you already seen on top of this I have 2 screw ports, yeah, or holes, or guide pins. You would flip it over onto your guide pins, and then you would call up the next G56 for an example, and it will go to that location and start the next process. So now I'm going to show you how to switch between this position, machine 0, and your work coordinates. I just want to make sure, always make sure that the tool is out of the way. And another thing is, the only way you can use this G54, 56, 50, whatever system is if you home the machine. You must home your machine every time, I guess, you turn off your machine. But if you don't have any homing sensors, you're gonna have to eyeball it or get one of those 3D touch sensors and just touch off on a corner, which is okay. It's just time consuming, but yeah. So anyways, let's get back to G54 and G55. All right, so our G55, you see it's right here. It's It's already recorded. And now what we can do is type in G54. If we go to our machine coordinates, right up here, you're gonna see this is where our corner of that workpiece is originally on the homing back off or offset. So now we want G54 X0 Y0. G54. So I'm gonna just put you back over here. That way you can see what happens when I click start. And there we go. This dowel pin is now directly over this edge, and that's how you set up your G54 work offset or fixture offsets. All right. So what I did was completely power down the machine, and this is to see if our G55 is still saved into the program, which it should be because we set it up that way. If not, the industrial machinist would complain left and right if they would have to keep setting up their G55, G56, so on and so forth. So what I'm gonna do is enable. I'm gonna say home all. And that's gonna come to here. All right, so now I'm gonna bring up the G55 command and let's see what happens. And we're gonna go ahead and bring that down. And see if it lands right on top of the corner still. That way I can get you guys close and up and personal. Look at that. We'll get you a shot like this, down, and then we'll get you a shot like that, down. I guess it would be from this side so you can see, but it is literally right over the corner. All right, if you guys have any more questions, leave in the comments below on how you would set up your G54, G55 work offsets. If you have any questions with homing switches with the ESS SmoothStepper board, I'm also running it on this baby machine and running Mach4 on the big one for plasma cut, and also with a little bit of stuff like this as well on the back side of the machine. But anyways, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It helps out the algorithm. Push this video to the top for me. Help me out into the new year. And we'll be doing some more specifically upgrades for this machine. Once the plasma machine is up and running, we're gonna build a new Z plate out of steel. We're gonna make the whole frame more beefier. This is down here, the legs are like 1.5 or 2 millimeter aluminum square tubing. It's not so good for this. It needs a lot of weight because when this thing moves, this thing wobbles. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this build series. CNC, Dom out.